Control players rejoice. Tarkir is bringing us a brand new instant speed draw spell that triggers up the Beanstalk while only costing 3 mana. Okay, welcome back, vintage gamers. Brewing time, Wednesday night, and we have new Tarkir Dragonstorm cards. Tonight, we're going a little off the walls here with a Rakshasa's Bargain. This is, it's a little bit of a stock up. This is, look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 2 in your hand, and the rest in your graveyard. And it costs is 2, 2, 2, or substitute 2 for a black, substitute 2 for a green, substitute 2 for a blue. So this is a 6 mana value card that we can cast for 3 mana if we have exactly bug colors. Funny enough, 6 mana. That would trigger up the Beanstalk, along with our 0 mana cards, Force of Will and Misdirection, as well as our Delve spells, Dig Through Time, Treasure Cruise, and our Restricted Gush. So we're up here at 12 things that trigger up the Beanstalk in this Lurrus the Dream Den bug control deck. We've had to make some amounts of concessions to fit in our extreme draw engine package. And that has come in the form of collector oofs and one-ofs and demonic tutor. So what the plan is going to be here is try to be lean and mean in game 1, full draw engine, full trying to do the deck, drawing the cards, killing them with the frog thing. And then post-board, we'll bring back the Demonic Tutor and, of course, all of the one-ofs that are really strong that we want to Demonic Tutor for the individual matchups. You want to kill creatures, we got to snuff out the Momentum Breaker. We're going to kill artifacts. We got the Seal of Primordium and the Vigor. Combating the Graveyard with Spellbomb, Crypt, and Needle. Getting Wastelanded. Okay, play the Loam. And then we do still have the 4 Collector Roofs that I would love to play in the main of this deck. They just don't really fit. I wanted to make sure that we had access to some amount of Orcish Bowmasters because our deck is going to be drawing cards at an extremely high rate. We have Up the Beanstalk, Psychic Frog, and the Bargain. So we are going to be playing lots of card draw. This is... Oh, I guess the Bargain does not draw cards. Sorry, this puts them directly into hand. So just the Beanstalk. But the Orcish Bowmaster, I think, is kind of necessary here to make sure our Up the Beanstalk doesn't end up hurting us too badly. That being said, we do have some Fatal Pushes, and I am playing basically the same normal bug counter suite as a normal Deathrite Shaman Lurrus deck would play. I'm going to try one of each of the 1 mana counter spells. I'd like to be able to play at instant speed a lot. Like maybe we tap out for the Up the Beanstalk on the first turn, but then on the second and third turns, I'd love to be playing at instant speed with Bargain and our counter magic and our removal spells. Deathrite Shaman should help facilitate that. If we play the Deathrite Shaman on the first turn, then we should be able to hold up Beans and draw spells and counter magic in the following turns. I actually have reasonably high expectations for this kind of deck. I don't think this is a deck that I particularly enjoy / will play exceptionally well, but it is blue magic cards. How bad can they be? I will see you in round 1. The legendary NYSE Open returns to Long Island in New York. This 9th installment will be a 15 proxy, $500 entry fee tournament where the top 8 will return home with 8 pieces of real unlimited power. Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, and all 5 Moxens will be part of this celebration of vintage. At 100 players, there'll be an additional wacky draft with classic booster packs from Ice Age to Onslaught, the NYC Trophy, Karn Altars, $1,000 in giveaways, dealers, and much, much more. Check out the link below for all the details. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. All right, game 1. Cat is here. We've got a Misdirection, but no blue card. We've got removal and fast mana. We don't know what our opponent's on. No Lurrus reveal. Oh, no Lurrus reveal. It's very hard to keep this hand against no Lurrus reveal. We would have to be playing against Mono White Initiative for this to be good, maybe. I'm very concerned about keeping this hand against non-Lurrus reveal. Though Lurrus reveal has been a little less useful nowadays with the rise of stock up gaming. Opponent is actually last seen on Sphere Shops. And this hand is quite good against Sphere Shops. So let's take a risk. If it's Jewel Shops, I will be a lot sadder. If it's Trinisphere, okay. Well. Classic Jewel Shops, Ancient Tomb, Sapphire, Tinker. Yep. Average Jewel Shops gaming experience. Well, it's just a classic Jewel Shops experience. There's like 6 blue sources in the entire deck. And then I get wrecked and die. I mean, the oofs would not have saved us here. If I had my hand that was all oofs, we would have had no oofs in play, and it would not have mattered. So we bring in the 4 oofs, and we're fine. Wow, we're getting a turn? That's weird. My opponent has 10 cards in hand, by the way. No, we're very dead here. I mean, the best thing we can draw is definitely Force of Will. My opponent discarded Pio, the One Ring, and Ancient Tomb, if that's not a sign. All right. We go next. All right. So, straightforward here. We're going to bring in those Collector Roofs. Those are the Haymakers. Consigns, Collector Roof, Demonic Tutor, Vigor, Seal, Needle. Goodbye, Up the Beanstalk. Goodbye, Flusterstorm. Goodbye, Fatal Push. Goodbye. Do we need frogs in this matchup? I feel like you don't want frogs in this matchup. It's a little weird thing to say. How does the game end? We have Deathrite Shaman. We just play control with Lurrus. And I feel like frog is a liability. They can copy a frog. Misdirection can target Force and Ancestral, so it's probably worth it. It's kind of the same things as Flusterstorm, though. I guess we're keeping some frogs. Could bring in Loam. I think Frog is better than Bean because it's a blue card. We want to keep as many blue cards in as we possibly can for forces. The game is entirely about countering our opponent's spells. Is a Misdirection better than a Flusterstorm or a Frog? I mean, we have 1 Force of Vigor. I don't think it matters very much. If I had like 4 Force of Vigors, then sure. But this is also a green card. Our green count's actually quite high. I mean, it's going to be 14 or something. It's more than enough for 1. You also like are going to cast it for 4 mana a lot. So we just want to be full control in this matchup. Obviously, maybe we could keep... I don't know. I just want to make sure I have as many blue cards as possible. This is not a hand I'm allowed to keep. I don't have a counter spell in it, so... just mulligan. This is going to have to be enough. But it's certainly not a great hand. Certainly not the best. All right, 7 card, Jewel Keep. If it's anything like the first one, we might be in trouble. Spell Pierce better be real good. Yeah. Ancient Tomb. Grim Monolith. Key. On tap. Ring. Pierce. Looks like they have force backup. No force backup. Okay. Force. The second delve spell, huh? Sounds about right. Untap. Time Vault. Hilarians. Very good. Maybe I should have kept the Bayou instead of the Treasure Cruise. If I, like, just sit here with 2 lands the whole game. This is PO mana, right? I mean, if they have PO, they have PO. I don't think I'm holding anything up here. I need to be able to play my bargain if I hit a land drop, so... Alright. Ping you. I need this land drop or a force. Yeah, it's a force. I got punished pretty hard for bottoming the Bayou instead of the Treasure Cruise. What is this? A bounce spell? A Hole Breacher. Sure. You got it. It's just another card in my yard for dig through time. I don't think Hole Breacher is that big of a deal. It's not like they capitalize off of Hole Breacher in any meaningful way. It's just like a card. I also boarded out all my up to Beanstalks as well, so just don't really have to play into it. Manamo. The best card I can draw is a fetch land. We're close to Delve Spell. You're gonna attack into a Bowmaster? Really? Just kidding, I don't have one. What are you doing, brother? I guess they have a Manifold Key, but like... We're gonna tap the Tolarian for the Manifold Key? Sure. I guess they could. Time Walk Gaming, you got it. Abrupt Decay? I don't think it's necessary. We've got other answers. Another ring? PO? The Might Stone and the Weak Stone. Sounds bad for me. Hope they don't draw a jewel. Looks like they drew a jewel! Oh, cool. Even better. Just get me out of this stupid game, man. Okay, next. All right. The good news is ADM would never jewel us. ADM will probably kill us with artifacts somehow, but he wouldn't cast jewel against us. This hand is a little on the greedy side, but I think it's allowable because if I draw Wasteland, it still counts as a mana source. I have a hard time putting this kind of hand back. Though if I get Wastelanded, it's pretty bad for me. It's true. Is ADM revealing a Lurrus? This hand correct. Does not cast Flusterstorm. Agreed. This is my one Bayou. No. All right. We'll just have to play it confidently, and so it looks like it's not a weakness, you know. I don't know. I can't imagine like putting this hand back. Like I know that we got problems, right? But it's got force. It's got 2-drops. I don't know. We're playing control. If you put this hand back, you have much more discipline than I do. I wish we could cast Fluster. I think it would be a lot simpler if we could cast Fluster. But I also don't think Fluster is very good against ADM historically. ADM typically does not have colored mana in his decks. So the Fluster is probably getting pitched to force anyways. Spirit of the Labyrinth. pretty good against up the Beanstalk. Wait, it's actually not, right? Because I can draw on their turn. All right, I think that's fine then. Easy gaming, easy life. Frog. Oh. Doesn't draw any cards on my turn for what it's worth, but it does block. But the other Beanstalk would also not draw a card on my turn, but it would draw a card on their turn. I didn't want to force this Spirit because I just don't think it's a high value spell. I don't know what's in my opponent's deck for what it's worth, but shit. So that would turn off our frog. Is that worth forcing? Yeah. What? No, we have Bowmaster. Again, I put the Bowmasters in the deck. I'm going to force this because it flies. I made sure we put pushes and Bowmasters in my deck. I knew. I've been here before. I know what the problems were going to be. All right. Land drop is our best draw. Ancestral Recall. I see. I think I'm going to Time Walk. I think I'm going to Time Walk. All right, first I'll attack and see if anything happens. And then I'm going to cast Time Walk. I don't think anything's going to happen for what it's worth. I cannot draw a card. Sag. All right, I'm going to play Time Walk to try to read by. Looking for a land. Not a wasteland. A probe! All right, this Spirit of the Labyrinth might be pretty good against me. Okay, hold on. I need to pick a picture. It's too good not to take a picture. I will play up the Beanstalk so that my future forces draw cards. Okay. Ancient Tomb, huh? That makes sense. No, stop playing Spirit of the Labyrinth. And an Archon of Emeria. All right. I like it. I like what's going on here. I'll block. If you want to attack, I'll block. I'm in. They can't really beat a frog, though, because we countered the Conqueror. It's not a very good force here. It's really not a very good force here. Okay, all right, okay. Deafening Silence. Yeah, sure. One spell a turn. I'm already there, man. They can't attack. My frog is a brick wall. How are you gonna get through this thing? That thing, no shot. No chance. It's like a 5/5 flyer at any point in time. Is it time to cycle Ancestral? Oh, I don't want to, but it is. I think it is time to cycle Ancestral. I will draw a card. Perfect. For when they draw Swords to Plowshares, we'll really get them. Fetch, maybe? I guess Fetch is not that good. Okay, that's pretty good. That's extremely good, actually. I'm a big fan. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're in the clear. I think we're rounding the corner. I think we're ready. Wait, there's no lands in the yard. Oh my god, there's no lands in the yard. It's fine. 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 It's no problem. We're okay. Another Deathrite Shaman. I think I'm gonna hold this one just in case they're holding up swords. Oh wait, I can. Yeah, I can't cast more than one spell. I don't really think the second Deathrite Shaman does anything, so I'm gonna hold it and just wait it. It's also a good card. I can pitch it to Frog, right? Better to have the card in my hand. All right, here's their first spell. It's a White Plume Adventure. I literally have no counterplay because I don't have a force. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty good. All right, it's looking a little bad again. It's looking slightly bad again. I will gain 2 life. I just like, game, please help. Okay, that doesn't actually do anything, right? Because I have too many Spirit of the Labyrinths now. I should probably cast it on my turn, though, right? So I can have Misdirection on their turn, assuming they don't have a Swords in their hand right now. Guess so. All right, 1 Spirit of the Labyrinth down. The thing is, they can't attack yet. But they don't exactly need to attack. So, all right, we're going down the Forge. Whatever it is, it still can't be bigger than my Frog, right? Like my Frog at any point can become a large and in charge. Another Archon of Emeria. All right, well, I can't play another spell this turn. Probably, they don't have a Swords for sure, because I didn't tap this Ruby. I would have to stand up quite heavily to get this Frog to... Okay, well, maybe they do have a Swords on their turn. You can't get through my Frog. That's what I thought. They do have to block the Bowmaster to save the initial... I don't even have a basic in my deck, by the way. But I don't have Lurrus for a while either. Perfect draw. My Bayou Underground Sea Spirit of the Labyrinth Archon of Emeria Gush. I couldn't have picked a better card in my entire deck. Oh, I should probably have played the Deathrite Shaman this time. Sorry. I want to... I don't know. Maybe I need this in my hand. All right. I lose 5 life. I really need my opponent to cast Swords to Plowshares. That is actually annoying. Stop it, bro. What? I don't think I can attack with Frog. Maybe I'll draw another Frog. I'm not scooping. I think we can win this game. Oh! He went down the archives. Got him. They didn't have a choice because they went down trap. All right, hold on. Are we back? I don't actually think we're back yet, by the way. I don't believe we're actually back yet. Are we beating Throne of the Dead? Because it doesn't look like we're beating Throne of the Dead. Tapped Tropical Island. We're just like so not beating Throne of the Dead. I don't think we're discarding our land, no. Don't think that's what's happening here. All right. I am going to discard Force of Negation and leap my frog and attack. And if my opponent wants to trump with an Archon, I don't have any way to stop that. But I need to put pressure here. I don't think we're worried about double block. All right, one Archon down. Let's see. I think I pay to probe. Their hand is Plains, Chrome Mox, Ancient Tomb. Okay. Well, how bad does this Throne of the Dead go for us? Because if it doesn't go that badly, we might have a chance. Scrawly Crawly? In your Archon of in your Spirit of the Labyrinth deck, you playing some Scrawly Crawly? We have a Bowmaster in play. I don't know about that one, ADM. I don't know about that one, ADM. That one's a little sus. I probably should have tapped my other land so I could have gained 2 life here. But I mean, I am drawing cards, so... I gotta be kind of careful now. I probably needed to... Why are there no lands in the yard? I don't have any wastelands, I guess, this whole game. Force. I think we're back to not attacking, so... I also cannot cast this bargain still. Till I kill this Dahlia. I think we're turning the corner in this game, though. It does look like we're going to win. I can't believe this is a 4 Spirit of the Labyrinth, 4 Scrawly Crawly deck. Oh, I see the line. So wait, I don't see the line. I don't see the line. It does not work well. There's no line. Never mind. All right. I don't know if I care about the cards in my opponent's hand anymore. All right. 1 spell a turn. White Plume Adventurer. I think I'm gonna have to force this. Because I don't want them forging this turn. Let me get rid of Dispute because they're never going to tap out. I do draw a card here and lose a life. I'm at 8. But they have enough creatures in their yard where I should be able to feed off them. And my frog should be outgrowing them soon. And I should be able to block with the army at some point. Yeah, this looks winning. This is definitely a game of Magic the Gathering. Glad we got the Jewel game out of the way so we could play this truly... Oh, they're coming in. That looks quite bad for you. I don't have to play around anything either because they've already cast their spell. Probably blocking with a whole lot of stuff. I don't need an up the Beanstalk. And then I can exile these 3 cards. And then... I mean, we're winning this game by a lot. So 3, this thing, that thing, and one of these. Or would I rather keep the Bowmaster? No, I want the Bowmaster to die. 6, 5, 5, like this, and then discard a frog, and we just win. Yeah, sure. Discard this, cruise to frog, and eat with Deathrite. And this looks 1. Yeah. And then eat with Deathrite. Just eat another creature. It's probably fine. And then we untap. 1 spell per turn. We also get to attack. Pretty free attack. They want to block. I don't care. We have the initiative. We don't have a basic. We draw land. And then we cast the bargain now so that we can have force on their turn. And I'll leave open the ability to green, blue, green, both green and black mana. So we'll cast blue, black, green, Rakshas's bargain. Trigger my Beanstalk. Cast my bargain. I will put Fatal Push into my hand, and I will put Wasteland into my hand. And I pass the turn to you. Could I have 1 with Frog? I guess I win next turn with Frog. I guess I could have pitched this Emerald because I'm never casting it as my 1 spell. Okay. That was a game of Magic the Gathering that I don't believe will ever be replicated throughout the course of mankind's existence. That is a game you can only see on I Am Actually Level 1's channel and will never be repeated. Snuff Out and Momentum Breaker are coming in. I think the Seal of Primordium is coming in just based on what they've been up to. The Loam looks like it's coming in. And the DT is coming in to be extra removal spells. You think they're going to keep in the Crawly Bally? Yeah, you might be right. All right, so I don't believe in Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm, Dispute, or Negation here. And then Misstep is... I mean, if they have swords, I want Misstep. And that might just be a risk that I have to keep in my deck here. The misdirection and the misstep probably are only hitting swords. Is it worth it? The misdirection's probably asking for too much. Yeah, this seems fine. We are definitely going lower on blue cards here. 4, 8, 12, 15, 20. Slow, but I don't think force is pivotal here, so let's see what this looks like. That was something else, huh? That's true. We did show them beans, so they're probably going to scrawly crawly us. What an interesting attempt at a deck here. All right. I didn't even get to buy cat in that game because I was so restricted on mana. I don't think this hand is particularly good, but I'm definitely keeping it. One of the things we had problems with last game was just mana. This hand has good mana. I doubt this mental misstep will be good, but they could probably have Vexing Bauble in their deck, so maybe that hits that. Maybe it hits Soul Ring. I don't think it's a very good card for the matchup, but we did run out of cards for the matchup. All right, 6-card hand from ADM. Let's see what they've got this time. Jet, Plains, go. Okay. Oh, right, Deafening Silence. True. I don't know. I would probably cut Deafening Silence if I were them. I don't think Deafening Silence is good against the fair, like, somewhat creature-based deck. I am going to fetch because I want to... It's a little less bad against Archon. And also puts a card in the yard for Deathrite. So I think fetch is in order. Deathrite Shaman. All right. You got a flash creature or a swords or nothing? Nothing. Okay. Also, not playing the Bayou lets me fetch a blue source so I can brainstorm with a fetch next turn. White Plume Adventure. Oh, can't do anything about that. We are going to have to beat the initiative. We don't have a lot of removal in our deck either. And a Sapphire. Okay. I'd love a Snuff out here. Strip Mine, not so good. Let's cast Brainstorm. Bargain Force. All right, I'm going to get rid of lands. And I'll play a fetch. We just need to live long enough here. And we'll be in a decent spot. Maybe. Doesn't seem like there's caverns in my opponent's deck, so... But there also is a 5/5. We have a Bowmaster Recursion with Lurrus, though, at some point here. We just need to make sure we don't take too much damage. I might even jump with the army this turn. Seems like it would be correct to do so. Gotta maximize our mana. All right. White, black, blue, Conqueror. Yeah, don't really want that happening, do I? Oh, they have a follow-up Conqueror. All right, well. The Deathrite Shaman mana plan has ground to a halt. Also flies. I am extremely worried. All right. Cruise. I've just drawn both dove spells every time. All right, I think I need to buy Lurrus here. So that next turn I can play Lurrus, and then the following turn I can make sure I can chump this White Plume every turn. But I am going to get hit in the air for 3 and trap for 5, and then... Also, if they draw any spell, we die. Especially if it's a Seasoned Engineer. Last card. White Plume Adventure. Okay. Well. Ping ya. Think we're getting throned again. The good news is it didn't seem like there were many good hits on the throne. So... But we are dying very quickly here. I don't actually have a lot of removal in our deck either. That's a removal spell that loops with Lurrus. I guess I have to play Lurrus first. All right, one card in my opponent's hand. They're about to go to the Throne of the Dead. It's not ideal. Let's see what it is. Clarion, Archon, Peacekeeper, Thalia. And there is a Swords. Okay, well, if it's a flyer with 3 counters on it, I don't think we're beating a flyer with 3 counters on it. We needed a little bit more time in this game. I think I needed to draw the Force for the first White Plume Adventure, and then we would have had enough time. Because if we had a Force for the first White Plume Adventure, we would have been able to get this going. But looks like we're a turn or 2 behind here, and I'm not going to get the Momentum Breaker loop happening. And it's just not fast enough. I think if we draw exactly Fatal Push... No, that won't be enough. They should probably take Clarion Conqueror here because it's a 6/6 hexproof, and they're going to hit me for 3 this turn, and that way it will kill me on the next turn. But obviously Archon of Amira is tempting as well. If it's Archon, I think we can still win. Okay. So I think we can still win with a top deck Fatal Push. We can block, go to... Okay. I don't think we can win. So last game, my opponent had a lot of lands and Chrome Moxes. This game, they had a lot of White Plume Adventures. Slight difference. Small difference in power. I don't really know what I just got tagged by. Huh? I don't know. Okay. What is... Oh, it's something else. What is going on? Oh, it's an event? I see. Stop notifying me. A Black Lotus. Not good. All right, I've been bested. I guess there was probably no chance a Fatal Push got through no matter what. All right, I was a little worried because our deck is lacking a little bit of removal. But on the play, let's get the Spell Pierce back in the deck, maybe. I don't know, like, how is it? They have Chrome Moxes. So maybe we do want to play Spell Pierce and Consign. I don't really want to, though. I didn't see any Scrawly Boys on that hit. Maybe I take out the Seal. I did see Swords, though. From like this. Or maybe, like, one of these Delve spells needs to go. All right. Hopefully we have a more powerful play. Yeah. All right. This looks great. I'm down. This looks like an actual bug draw. Let's go. No Moxin, obviously, but Deathrite Shaman, Wasteland, Frog, Force. That's how we drew it up. Is how we drew it up. Let's go blue, black. And get a shaman in there. All right, I like this hand. 7-card keep from the opponent, though, so we'll have to see. We haven't seen any caverns, so we can always force payoffs. You know you shouldn't, and the Sultai forbids you, but can you resist the temptation? But you can't resist the temptation, can you? Mana Crypt. So normally I would counter Mana Crypt. Am I countering Mana Crypt here, though? It might buy me infinite time. I think I'm going to. I have Frog, Walk, Wasteland. I guess if they have planes, it's hard to Wasteland a planes, though. I'm just trying to get a Frog online. Wasteland, you silly goose. Okay. Hope I don't get Swords to Plowshares. That would be pretty bad for me. God, if we get Swords here, it is actually the end. Okay, never mind. We don't have a Frog. Oh, and an Ancient Tomb. WPA or Clarion Conquer. Okay. It does mean I can't use my Deathrite right away, but I do have the Momentum Breaker. Nothing really to float at the moment. Sadly, I couldn't. Oh, speed up! Sadly, I couldn't use my Deathrite Shaman, like Wasteland, and then use my Deathrite Shaman, which gives them another Ancient Tomb. Yeah, all right. I need to get the Lurrus going. Plains. Okay. I probably want a land drop here. Fetch land, maybe? Frog. Okay, so I can wasteland them and play a frog. I feel like we should start by time walking, though. Or do we want to wait? We can wait. Time walk after. Probably should. Yo, what up, Andy? Hope you're doing well. Black, blue, frog. I cannot get larger than a 5/5, though. Also, the land in my yard is a problem. Yo, thanks, Cabo, for the 12 months. A year from Cabo and 2 years from Andy. Appreciate that. I think I'm in trouble here. I do believe I'm in trouble here. 5/5. 5/5 is a little bit too large. Why do I never have any mana, man? This stinks. My treasure cruises have been in my hand every game and done nothing. Yeah, it's not been good. All right, I'm gonna discard 2 cards so that I can exile 3 cards that are not Wasteland. Get in the air, and then Time Walk. I mean, they had the Swords of Plowshares, and they didn't use it on my Deathrite Shop, and they held it for my Frog. Oh, really? That was an interesting play. I don't have a basic, so it wouldn't have been that good. Currently, I would need a fetch land to be able to do what I want to do. If I get a fetch land, I can fetch, put a card in the yard, and then Momentum Breaker, put a card in the yard, and get in with Frog. Orcish Bowmasters does legitimately nothing. Great. All right. I can block. This has not gone very well. I'm losing to fake mono white initiative. Probably not a good sign if I'm losing to fake mono white initiative. I don't have enough removal, I guess. I don't know. I think the problem every game has just been I haven't had the mana to cast my spells. Maybe I undersold how much mana I had in my deck. I thought 18 was pretty reasonable. Oh, they do have Seasoned Dungeoneer? Oh, I guess I die then. I thought they didn't have Seasoned Dungeoneer. We hadn't seen it. There were 2 Throne of the Dead hits, and we hadn't seen it. I don't think we're winning then. They do have a lot more planes than a normal mono white initiative deck. They had like 6 planes in one game. Yeah, if we have mana, we could easily like get to Lurrus and loop Momentum Breaker, right? But we just never have had mana at all. I don't know. I don't think there's a spell that gets me out of this, but I for sure am getting in for one more. Speed up. I still don't have a... There's my land. Yay. So how much speed do I have? I have 2 speed or 3 speed. I have 3 speed, so I can gain 3 life. So I could theoretically get out of this if they attack with the wrong unit. Sure. Let's see what happens. All right, never mind. I'm off it. I don't care anymore. All right, we've been bested by ADM. All right, we got Phil across the table. Hopefully he's not playing Jewel. I mean, I actually think our Jewel matchup should be fine. We don't have oops in the main, but it should be fine. Hopefully we don't get like dredged or something bad. I don't know. Beseeched. That matchup should be fine too. All of the matchups where we're supposed to be a control deck should be fine. Like a spell-based control deck. I do think the mono white matchup is probably bad because I just didn't include enough removal, which is acceptable. We got rid of the Tabernacle, so the vine life is not good for us. This hand, we finally get to do some vintage things with this hand. That's not Vine, that's Sapphire. Okay, so it's probably Beseech then. This hand looks pretty good against Beseech, no? As long as they don't kill us on turn 1, so that we can if we don't have to use force on turn 1, so we can get Beanstalk before we force, I think we're gonna be cooking. But we did lose another die roll, so who knows? Just pass. Hold open Flusterstorm, get a Vampiric Tutor. Come on. Just pass the turn. It's fine. Nothing bad will happen. I can't kill you on turn 1. My deck does not function like that. But if we have to force a spell on turn 1, it's kind of bad for us. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, nice. Demonic Tutor. Resolves. That one resolves, for sure. That absolutely resolves. I'm okay with that. All right, so I would like one of our draws to be a blue land, and then after that, I don't think it matters much. Maybe a second force would be nice. But I'd like to be able to hold up Flusterstorm after. That's not a bad idea either. But I'm definitely casting double Beanstalk, right? They're forcing my Lotus? That's okay. Beans. Probe you. Ancestral Ponder Dark Ritual. I think we're in the clear. Well, I think we're okay. Uh-oh. That does not look like we're okay. What does that mean? No! Stop it! Mercy! How does Phil do it every time? Okay, I have to force this shit. Alright, Ancestral in response. Yeah. Oh, man. Cycling. Oh, is it Doomsday? Oh, it's Doomsday. Okay, yes, let's go. Big. Another one. I did not draw a force or a blue land there, which is not good for me. Ponder. If I can get to a blue mana for my Flusterstorm, I feel like we'll be okay. It'll be not bad. We're so close to turning the corner. If they hadn't had like another payoff, it would have been fine. But they had another payoff off the top, so this Fatal Push is pretty dead though. Beans, 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 beans. They did not shuffle with Ponder, but did choose to not take a land. Interesting. Or maybe they're holding their land for next turn. Well, I'm pretty sure it's better for me to cast Beans than play Deathrite Shaman. Because I feel like there's a chance we die. Well, that didn't go well. Maybe we do need Lorians. I'm 15 cards deep and I haven't seen a blue producing land. What am I supposed to do? Is this normal? I feel like I'd be so okay if I had a blue source. Oh, wait, okay, it's okay. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. It's fine. Why, man? Why? I'm not even drawing, like, forces. I'm just drawing all the garbage cards. Wait, why'd they play the Underground Sea? Just to get rid of the Wasteland? All right, I just need to live. I just need to live. If I can just live. Living? Any living? Can I do some living? Yeah, Ponder. Okay, I'll allow it. I don't have a choice. Imagine if we had a Force of Will. It'd be an Ancestral. I think my opponent's drawn pretty badly, honestly, because they've done a lot of things, and nah, they don't have anywhere to go either. They actually have less cards in their deck than I do. Oh, yes. Let's go. It's time. Oh, I've been dreaming of this moment. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Cruise your daddy. Oh, gosh. Force my cruise. Allowed. Absolutely allowed. Those are not great draws. Did I have a land drop? No, I didn't have a land drop. No, wait. No, I have to fluster this. This sucks. If I don't fluster this, they can just play a Oracle after. But now they can just pay and get whatever they're missing. It's fine. Hopefully they don't have Black Lotus Oracle in their hand. What are you getting? What are you getting, Phil? I mean, we can lose this game pretty damn easily. We have not drawn the cards we were looking for here. This game has been hard for the hell. Oh, they went for Black Lotus. Are they going to go for Doomsday? Oh, no. Are we dead? This game is so bad, man. It's so bad. There's a reason I have 6 forces and a misdirection in my deck. Zero triggers? What are you talking about? We drew 3 off Treasure Cruise. All we needed was to draw another Force of Will. The game was over. But no. My opponent also just had to consult for Lotus and not miss on Oracle there. And guess what? They did. Not miss. I've never seen Red Hot Phil miss, to be fair. He's kind of a powerful wizard. He's a beast. Usually top of the leaderboard. I think my record versus Red Hot Phil is like 10%, 20%. Though I do play him a lot on Wednesdays, which is probably part of the issue. Okay, they didn't have a draw. They didn't have a card draw. They didn't have a card draw. So we still have Wasteland, Deathrite Shaman, and we can draw Force at any time. Yeah, I what am I doing wrong, man? like what? I'm dead. I'm so dead. Oh, I probably had to play Frog there. Yeah, that's fine. Really? We put a Street Wraith in the pile? Old. Get him. Bro, if I can't win this game, what game can I win? That was like my highest possible high roll of a hand. Okay, do I even have sideboard cards for this matchup? Probably not, right? I have a Consigned to Memory. I have a Demonic Tutor. And I can take out 2 Fatal Pushes. I might bring in this Momentum Breaker as a Murktide answer that also is looping, has the ability to loop. And then all my other cards are really good here. So what's the worst card here? Basically every card is good. This matchup, this has to be a good matchup. All of my cards are incredible in this matchup. Thanks. Yay. Yay. Every single card is good. What the heck? I will cut 1 Beanstalk. I don't know. They're all good. No, I don't want oof. All my cards here are better than oof. If they're going all in on an early Lotus play, that's good for us. We should have way more counter magic than they have answers. Okay. I mean, the game went basically as we drew it up. I just never drew another counter spell. And then there was the whole not having blue mana issue. Don't think I'm gonna be able to get green mana here. Don't think I'm allowed to do anything to this. See if they get Ancestral. If they get Ancestral, we'll just cast Bowmaster. If they get like a Doomsday, then we'll wait. They went for Force of Will. That is a bad sign, chat. That is a very bad sign. Bowman. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. All right, 1 Oracle down. They did not use Ponder's ability. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now what? Beans? If we play Bayou and use the Wasteland and cast the Beans and draw a blue card, then we'll have Force and Spell Pierce and trigger Beans, which seems great. Blue card, blue card, blue card, blue card. God damn it. Okay. I wish things went better. Brainstorm. I think I'm going to let it go. I'm in trouble, though. I think Pierce leaves us too open to just die to Doomsday. I would have snap pierced it if I had a blue card in my hand for Force. I would have pierced the crap out of it. But I just did not draw a blue card. Somehow I don't think we're getting another turn here. And that's even like... We got our opponent to force a meaningless Bowmaster. And we're still so far behind. Please pass the turn. Oh, yep. I think we're just dead. I feel like DT for Ancestral wasn't as good as my line, but only if I drew the blue card, right? Only played around Spell Pierce. I did not draw one of my 1-mana spells. I got the... All right. Do you have another one? Dark Ritual Doomsday? If they don't have Dark Ritual Doomsday here, if they have Demonic Tutor, okay. I don't think this is that bad for us. We DT for a Force and we Wasteland. We draw Force. Drew enough the Beanstalk. And then if we don't have to pitch our bargain, we just cast bargain and win. I think I can let that resolve, right? I probably shouldn't, though. Let's just force it. Drew another bargain anyways, like a beast. I think they're going to concede to this. Yes. Sure. All right, now we're cooking, baby. So, what do we want to do? Just pass with everything up. We get a frog going. Just get another Beanstalk. I think I like get another Beanstalk. Hold open, Force Consign. No, I think I would... I guess force is always going to work. So I guess I couldn't just get a frog going, yeah. I can't get a frog going here. I guess they could have Dark Ritual, Doomsday, counter, but that wouldn't even be good enough. Sure. I have a strip mine. Like, there's just no way they can ever build a pile here that's going to beat frog, consign, strip mine. Good luck. Maybe they will. Ancestral. I mean, it has to be ancestral. We also have a frog. Glad I kept this consign and did. I mean, maybe I should have kept. Maybe Rakshasa was better than consign. Because next turn I could just cast Rakshasa and draw 6 cards. Maybe Rakshasa was better than consign. My logic was I wanted to have as many counter spells as I could get. I don't have that many left in my deck, right? I have negation, misdirection, 1 force. That's not very many left. I mean, they don't have to. They're putting a Black Lotus in the pile and an Ancestral, so Wasteland doesn't actually do anything versus them. But they do need to put a Flusterstorm in the pile to beat this consign. Also, if we draw a Treasure Cruise or a Dig Through Time, we kill them with Frog. If we draw Treasure Cruise or Dig Through Time now, which is the perfect time to draw Treasure Cruise or Dig Through Time, we trigger double Bean, and we have 8 cards and they die to Frog. I mean, their pile is pretty simple, right? Their pile is Ancestral into Lotus, their last Oracle, and Counter Magic. Ruksha would have killed them here. Yes. So maybe it was better than keeping consign. I wanted to like have a way to counter them if they resolved a Doomsday there, but I did the math and I was like, well, they'd have to have Dark Ritual and Doomsday and a counter spell, and then they'd have no cards. So like, yeah, I guess we needed to keep Rakshasa so that we could have frogged them to 8. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but that's like way less interesting content. Now the game is up in the air. Come on, chat. You gotta figure out how to, you gotta work the crowd a little bit. you gotta try a little bit more. Come on. I'll draw the 4th Raksha. It's not playing bad. It's playing for content. That's such a bad draw. Oh my god. We're gonna lose, dude. We're actually gonna lose. It's too funny. So I can replicate this, and they can't win. So content. Oh, I needed to pitch a card though. Oh, I needed to pitch a card though. I needed to pitch one of the cards. I needed to pitch one card in case my opponent had put a pile with an extra Underground Sea in it. There's really no reason for him to make a pile with an Underground Sea in it though. We should have pitched one card, so this was lethal. I guess this is probably lethal too, right? Okay, that's also lethal. Yeah, we did not play that very well at the end there. Somehow, when I need to draw lands, I draw 0 lands, and when I don't need to draw lands, I draw 7 lands. Who did this? Oh yeah, so I definitely played that pretty badly though. Should have kept the Rakshasa no matter what, because there was no way my opponent could win through a Force of Will on the same turn. So the Rakshasa was always lethal for Frog. So I should definitely have always kept Rakshasa over Consign. And then if I did draw as badly as I did draw, I should have pitched one card to Frog so that my Frog would be lethal on the next attack. That hand's pretty good. Oh, I just didn't think it mattered. So I didn't do it. I either die or I win. Like I don't think it matters very much, so I didn't do it. But it did. It mattered. I mean, it didn't matter. My opponent couldn't win after I consigned their ancestor. They couldn't win after I consigned their Lotus, but like. Oh, I'm not on the play. I'm gonna get turn 1 for sure. I'm 1000% to get turn 1 here. Yo, I don't know if this is a partnered card for Red Hot Phil. Oh my god. Jet, Dark Ritual, Doomsday, kill me. Cycle. What to do? Guess we just lead with Ancestral. Somehow I fucked this up. That's interesting. If they had Island in their pile, that wouldn't have been in the first 3 cards. Ancestral into Lotus, Oracle. No, Oracle Flusterstorm, so it would be the 5th card, 4th card down. Yeah, maybe. We went over the chat. I know why I didn't do anything, but I didn't care. Yeah. I think I need to DT, which is the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life. I'm really worried that 1 force is not good enough. I think casting Ancestral off Blue Lotus made sense in case I wanted to use my other color for a different, like for black. But I definitely got punished. Should I take them? I guess I'm not going to misdirection anything. The Ancestral's already gone. I'm going to discard a card to hand size. I don't think I need this Wasteland in this game. But I also don't think I need this Bowmaster in this game. It's probably fine. Upkeep Mystical, sure. Dark Ritual, sure. Doomsday, Necropotence. I don't think I need Dig. Actually, Dig's probably better than Frog, right? Or is Dig not better than Frog? Because I kind of want to keep a Spell Pierce. But I'm not letting Doomsday resolve. I've made enough content today. Is this Spell Pierce good? Or I'd rather just have Dig. I'd rather just have dig. Oh, glad I tutored for a counterspell, chat. Deathray Shaman. Pretty sure I just cast dig now because I clearly don't have days. I don't think I'm going to get to Lurrus, so I'd rather have a land in my... They have lands in their yard. I don't need lands in my yard. Huh. Those are awful. I guess we're taking fetch land bargain. Hope I don't die here. Land, Doomsday, cantrip, kill me. Not that land. All right. I got a couple bargains. I feel like this is getting hard cast force or something, but that's okay. Bayou. Blue, green, black, bargain. What say you, opponent? Yes, I will. I will take Force of Will, Flusterstorm. Actually, thank you. I'd like to get this Deathrite Shaman down. It gets me a little mana constrained, but it's going to help me later. And I can just hold open, force Fluster, and then I don't have to tap for bargain. I can always play a Bowmaster if I need to. Or if I don't have anything to do, I can always cast a Bowmaster and then step. They've drawn a lot of lands here. Black, 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 Doomsday. I mean, this is one we could definitely let resolve. But why bother? Maybe I should have kept the bargain instead of the Flusterstorm. I was just thinking I can Momentum Breaker their last card here as well. So there's no chance I would ever need Flusterstorm, right? Can I buy Lurrus here? I got rid of an Oracle. I guess they could draw Cruise or Dig. All right, I'm down to try to get punished. If I die from this spot, chat, you can yell at me. They have a second Oracle in their deck. They topped a card. Doomsday? Demonic Doomsday, let's go! Beast mode. Are they dead on the swing back, though? 1, 2, 3, +1, plus Lurrus, +1. I'd have to draw a mana source. This was not Flusterstormable, but the next spell after it would have been Flusterstormable. Damn. I really did lose this game. That's crazy. Every time I do something, I get uber punished. They went for Cruise. I kind of like that more than going for Doomsday, but not much more. GG's. He said he drew 3 lands off of it. Wild. I guess I should have held open Flusterstorm. My bad, man. My bad. What do I know about gaming? Nothing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Spear Shops, maybe. Kobe's on the other side. Maybe some stacks. Some smoke stacks. This hand slaps, by the way. Big fan. We just need to get to our Beanstalk. If we can get to our bean... Oh, no. That's not a good sign. Oh, no. Mercy, mercy, mercy. 4 mana? Smokestack? The 1 ring. All right, well, I will counter the 1 ring. I don't think I'm making it to the Mystical Dispute mana, so I guess I'll pitch that. All right, can I get... what is happening? Why are you still casting spells? Uh-oh. Is it Raker Shops? I'm... All right. Can I... Oh, this matchup is totally fine if I had normal cards in my deck, but if I was playing normal Lurrus Deathrite Shaman, I'd have Oofs and Bowmasters instead of these cards. Maybe I'd have some Spell Pierces instead of this. I think we're dead, chat. I don't have high hopes for this spot. If I was on the play, I think we'd be in a better spot. But without being on the... I love him, man. He's too good. He's too good. You got me. Of course. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We board into some Kaloof Vector Oofs. Some oof. There it is. Demonic, Momentum Breaker, Snuff Out, Consign. Misdirection, Spell Pierce, Flusterstorm, Probe. I feel like some Beanstalks gotta go. Do you anyone like negation in this matchup? I don't really like negation very much in this matchup. Let's go with this. Gosh, maybe. I want this needle. I mean, this is probably too many bargains. We need to trim a little bit and get a little leaner here. It's probably still correct. Let's just get a little bit more leaner, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. I just cut some cards for sure. Definitely not at random. Yeah, that looks great. A nice looking hand. I accept. Seven card workshop hand again. Let's see what they've got this time. Scrawly Bally? I'd love a Scrawly Bally here. Vexing Bobble. Yeah, I guess I'll counter it, man. Fine. No, I have a vision of using this Lotus to loop Lurrus and stuff. So I don't think I'm letting that one resolve. Scrawly Bally? Please play a Scrawly Bally. Oh, they can still play a Scrawly Bally. You can also play a Raker now. Please don't play another spell, though. Fuck, man, they're so good. I'm so doomed. Nothing I do works, chat. Absolutely nothing I do works. Incredible. Now I can't even do the Lurrus things that I wanted to do. Notably, if I had let the bobble resolve, I would be in a lot better spot. I would just counter this with the thingy. No, I'd be in a lot worse spot against this, so I don't know, man. He's just the best. These are just not good. They're not constrained on mana in any way. Also, they don't have any more lands, so they kept one land, all spells, no problem. I'm just dead. I'm simply dead from here. Oh, it's so good. What the fuck? Yeah, I guess that's probably true. I would have wastelanded if I had countered the Flush Raker. Yeah, that's true. So what you're saying is basically every other player would have won this match because they simply would have let the bobble resolve. Hey, man. My bad, I guess. No, they had to land this the whole time. They were sandbagging it. Shake my head. I don't know. I had my reasons. I had my reasons. They seemed okay. Maybe I'm just ass at Magic the Gathering now. What the fuck is going on? Why are we making it unblockable if we're just dismembering anyways, man? Fuck you. If I had drawn an oof here, I would have lived for a turn. For whatever that's worth. Fucking nothing. Sorry, I swore a lot there. I'm not mad. Wait, I'm really mad. Wait. All right, we're trying again. Round 5. This time, I believe. Surely this time is the time. Surely. It's okay, Zajad. There's no sowing Myco spawns here to stop our bean control deck. We're safe. We're safe from that here. There will be no reaping and sowing. Nah, my opponent is on a classy gaming cat battle. Lurrus versus Lurrus. The way Magic should be played. I probably should have played a fetch land there to play around Wasteland. Volcanic Island? Oh man. I think I should have Ancestral in the upkeep, so I couldn't get Pyroblasted. Oh, I could be Lurrus. Breach. They fell for my bait. You fell for my trap. You fell for my trap, you fool! Fool! Alright, never mind. They just had force backup. That's fine. They pitched a Flusterstorm. Oh, God. I guess I'm glad I didn't cast Ancestral in their upkeep. They had everything. There's no chance you're supposed to cast a Demonic Tutor here then, right? If you have Force Flusterstorm? Maybe. I don't know. Seems greedy. What do I know, though? Nothing. I know nothing. I assume they got... Oh, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. Okay. That might not be as bad of a sign. Wheeler! Welcome, Wheeler and crew. Hope you had a fun Highlandy stream. We have had minor amounts of fun, but more anguish than fun. So you came in a great time. We're currently 1-3 with our Beanstalk deck. Pilot is still not very good at Magic, and deck is questionable at best. So yeah, welcome everyone. Just an average Wednesday night here at I Am Actually Level 1's channel. Mediocre gameplay. Horrible deck lists. All right. I will take time. Wheelies? I like that. Wheel 'em and deal 'em. Wasteland. Beanstalk Wasteland seems kind of good into Resolve stock up. True or false? Force. We need a name for people who hang out and I'm Actually Level 1's chat. Is there ooh, is that better than Wastelanding chat? Might be. Let's find out. Nerds? Okay. Okay, hold on there. Hold up. Wait a minute. I guess if they cast the Underworld Breach, it's bad for me, yeah? It might be able to stop them with a Flusterstorm, though, because this is a Breach into a Demonic, and they'll have not enough cards in their yard, and we will Fluster it. Yeah, true, false. Put Lurrus into hand. I didn't expect that. Maybe we can go Rakshasa-ing now. Emerald. Ooh. Huh. So, what's the plan? Is it Beanstalk Bargain? Is it Beanstalk Wasteland? Is it Beanstalk? God, I have a lot of options here. It's definitely Emerald. I guess we could just go for a bargain right now. Could get Pyroblasted, but we have a Flusterstorm. Bean hold open bargain? That means the Flusterstorm is dead. Like, what if they just untap, cast a Lurrus, and play a Lotus? What are we doing then? Nothing? Nothing? What if I bargain right now with Flusterstorm and Wasteland? I can hit their black source. It's like impossible for them to cast Lurrus. I'm casting this shit. Bargaining. Isn't it better to do it now? I think it's better to do it now. Like, if they fetch for a Pyroblast here, then they really can't cast Lurrus. I kind of like cast this thing right now and then Wasteland the shit out of him. That's what I'm feeling. Man, why am I swearing so much today? Sorry about that. I just told you why. You know what, Corey? This is exactly what someone who plays companion Vault Key, never has to make any choices would say. That's exactly what you would say. Wait, they have a Flusterstorm? Off the Underground Sea? They have a Mystical Tutor. What the hell does that mean? I'm gonna Fluster this, because if it's Ancestral, it's bad for me, right? Fuck. That was not a very good bargain. I sure hope they don't cast Underworld Breach and kill me. Yeah, I guess I could have played around that one. The Mindbreak Trap? Bro, I'm not playing around Mindbreak Trap. There's an actual 0% chance I'll ever play around Mindbreak Trap there. You got it, you got it. You bested me. It's fine. Bro, Sean doesn't believe in Mindbreak Trap. Get out of here. Fake news. Absolutely fake news. I think playing this Beanstalk may have been greedy, because if I want to be able to dispute, oh. Okay, sure. Wait, I guess I can just counter it. Sure, I'll counter it. All they have left is a Lurrus. They're dead. I guess if they draw a breach, I die. But I can always gush into a force, right? It's fine. Oh, get him. Oh, yeah, deck is working at peak capacity now, baby. The deck is flowing. The beams are being climbed. It's all over for my opponent. They don't even have any Underground Seas left in their deck. They can never cast this Lurrus. This Lurrus is uncastable because the Breach deck is a menace. It's built like a madman. No Underground Seas left. No Lotus left. They have a Lurrus in their hand that they can literally never cast. Actually, they might have a Lotus Petal. Do they have a Lotus Petal trap? Float blue, float black, cast Gush, watch my opponent concede. Bam. Gush. Draw 4. Post it on Twitter. Oh, what is that? That's fine. I'll just draw more cards anyways. Can I buy Lurrus now? Oh, we have a misdirection. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We have that misdirection for all your artifacts. It's there. I think against you, I drew Mystical Dispute and Flusterstorm. So that's how you know you're really cooking. I'm gonna play another Deathrite Shaman. I still have a couple forces in my hand. All right, opponent, what's your plan? Thundering Fall. Binning and a Braid. At what point is my opponent going to concede the game? Because I think at some point they should be conceding the game, yeah? Attack. I have hard cast Force of Will, trigger Beanstalk now. I'm very excited to do that. They should cast something. Please cast something. Opponent. Cast something. All right, I will exile your Demonic Tutor. And then I will exile your Stock Up. And then I will untap. What's the plan? And then I'm going to attack you with a cat. And then I'm going to pass the turn again. I did sign up for this, but this is... Game has been over for 7,000 turns. All right. Here we go. Give Son Given. Nope. Seems like a fun card. Maybe I should have played around Mindbreak Trap. Cast Force, draw 2. Okay. Now they're gone. Now you leave. We found the answer to Sean Lurrus Breach. It's simply play better Gifts Ungiven. If your top 4 cards are good, this card is just better Gifts Ungiven, right? 3 mana. Just superior in every way. Let's bring in Sean would have mind trapped me. Spellbomb and Crypt seem okay. Seal could be kind of interesting here. Momentum Breaker I like because it's a way to kill the Lurrus, but don't have to keep in pushes. Consign, does that do anything? I think Consign doesn't really do much. Kind of hate Spell Pierce in this matchup, but maybe if my opponent's playing 4 mana Gifts and Givens, then it's fine. Beans better than Gifts, true. Factually accurate. DT. DT seems like it would be decent here. Wait, how do I fit all these cards in my deck, chat? Again, all my cards are good versus them. Board out Frog because he gets Pyroblasted. Cut lands. Frog's terrible. It gets Pyroblasted. Horrible card. Just board it out. Who needs that magic card? Not me. Not me. I'm not gonna lie to Brian. Brian and I are on a good rapport. I tell Brian truths. So, you know, I'm not gonna go tell Brian that this terrible Beans deck is good when it's not. It's certainly not. Opponent said they are gonna be right back, so. All right, opponent is back. I got a cat. I got a force, misstep, misdirection. Let's go. As much as I was making fun of Mindbreak Trap last time, I absolutely should play around it if it's the Sean gifts list. I think there are 2 Mindbreak Traps in the main. So definitely should not have Flusterstormed the spell. But it would have been annoying. All right, what do you got for me? What do you got for me, opponent? That is a good enough mental misstep target for me. No top for you. Wait, what? Are we making sure the top resolves? We blasting? Is that what's happening here? Okay. They blasting. And then I have the Bug Companion Moxen to play the turn 1 Beanstalk for my double free 5-drop spells. We're cooking now. Oh, we are cooking now, chat. This is the dream. We are living the dream right here. Hopefully we don't have to cast any of these spells right now, so we get a second Beanstalk going. I do need a Wasteland that, though. I don't have answers to that. I have a Seal of Primordium, actually. So I do actually have some answers to that. Stock up. Yeah, I don't like that idea. Let's not let stock up resolve here. Up the Beanstalk again. All right. How about a Wasteland? I have 5 of those in my deck. That's a Deathrite Shaman. How about a blue card or a Wasteland? Oh, it's a blue card. At least it's something. I don't know how much this misdirection is actually hitting, but... I'm a little worried, actually. Can you, like, cast an Ancestral? Alright, so if I have a land here, that's a spell bomb. I guess I'm going to Time Walk and try to advance my mana situation. Oh god, I don't have a blue card. Okay, I think I killed myself there. Sorry, chat. I don't think I was beating this misdirection anyways, though. Or sorry, this Flusterstorm anyways, though. Yeah. I guess I could have played Deathrite Spellbomb. I'm Pretty worried about my opponent searching up a Lotus here and just breach killing me. But maybe they'll make constructs. Constructs, I feel that I can beat, so that's good. But I am really behind on mana somehow, again. My turn 1, 2 mana hand still has 2 mana on turn 4. I need to get Lurrus going to beat these constructs. Wow, they are very large constructs. I'm in trouble. I am definitely in trouble. There's my Wasteland. So if I had gone Beanstalk, I would have drawn the Wasteland. I guess I'm just garbage at this game again. My bad. It's crazy. I feel like I still want to cast a Beanstalk here, even though I guess I need to get both these. I guess I just have to get both the Deathrite Shamans in because I have to block with one. I need the mana for the second one. Man, I do feel like everything I've I've just chosen a lot of things and they've been just wrong. Or not wrong, but punished. It doesn't mean that the play I made was wrong. I do think it was wrong for what it's worth. But like every time I do something wrong, I just get instantly punished in the worst possible way. Those sound like very cute things. I mean, that's Legacy. You can do whatever you want. Games are a bit slower. Or you can think you can do whatever you want. So how do I win this game? Don't think I do. My only answers are sealed, right? Sounds like it's not enough. Yeah, I mean, I deserve it because I played badly, I guess. My reasoning for casting Time Walk was definitely not correct. But also, like, what's the percentage chance I hit a Wasteland off of my last draw off Beanstalk? I don't know. That was game 3, right? Oh, it wasn't game 3. Oh, that's good. Let's bring a Vigor in here. They got a lot more artifacts than I thought they would. And we kind of like having that instant speed action. Am I supposed to be bringing in Oops here? I guess I can bring in some Oops. Let's get the Spellbomb and the Crypt out for Oops instead. Is that even good? I guess it's okay. Well, I have Momentum Breaker as well. All right, let's try to... We got one more game. Let's try to play well. I'm gonna cut one... Do they even play draw spells? Let's just cut these Bowmasters. They play Stock Up and Gifts Ungiven, right? There's no point in playing Bowmaster. Guess we sideboarded kind of badly. Oh, actually, what is my blue count? Because I cut the frogs, huh? Oh, it's still 22. Still pretty high. I should probably put more weight on Deathrite Shaman as well. It's pretty good against stopping Breach, just eating the yard. Well, I just boarded in a bunch of Collect Roofs, so I feel like the Crypt and the Spellbomb are not that good if I'm doing that, right? I'd be very upset if I hit that Nombo. But maybe it's still good. I mean, I wouldn't bring in Crypt. I'd bring in the Spellbomb, because at least it loops. I like draws cards, but... Let's try this configuration instead. I feel like it's going to end up a little better for us. Opponents must got something going on. Sorry about that. I was able to cut out a bunch of the other downtime, but looks like we're chilling for another 20 seconds here. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of viable ways you can sideboard in this matchup. I like the idea that we don't need Frog because we have Beanstalk, right? So getting our Frog Pyroblasted, it feels pretty bad. But maybe that means they're not countering our spells, and that's a good thing. Guess I could see that logic in that. All right, on the play. Have a cat. We'll travel. See what happens. All right, what do we have? We've got a misdirection, which didn't do anything for us last game. And we do have a dispute. And we have both of our delve spells in our opening hand again. It's been really nice not having any delve spells in my deck because I've been playing stock up. It's been a kind of a nice little change of pace. I just feel like I draw the delve spells every time in my opener, and they just don't feel very good. Whereas when you draw stock up in your opener, you can cast it on turn 2, turn 1 sometimes. All right, I got a Deathrite Shaman, I got a Oof, I got a Force. They're at 6 cards. Let's see what we can do. See how good this Oof is. They showed us a lot more artifacts than a normal Lurrus Breach deck. I guess the Sean deck is a Gifts Ungiven, stock up, Lurrus kind of deck, so it makes sense that it has more artifacts than normal. I think it's at least considerable. I think there's you could make an argument that you could free the delve spells. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but you could make the argument. Delve, like, there are very few decks in Vintage that can play multiple delve spells. I think Doomsday is pretty much the only one, but you could make the argument that people don't play the draw spells to enable delve because you only have 2. I'm not really sure I agree with that, but I think you could make a legitimate case either way. I do think that stock up is stronger than dig in the current metagame with the current decks. But whether it would be the case after being freed as a 4 of, maybe not as much. Opponent is around and about. Right, that's another reasonable point. I don't think you need to go that far. I don't think you're going to go play Thought Scour. I think you just play Ponder and Preordain, which are both unrestricted. But then, like, how many are you even playing in your deck? Is Doomsday playing 4 dig through times if you unrestrict dig through time? Maybe. I always found that even the 2 delve spells in Doomsday were a little hard. But maybe you just play 4. I mean, you have enough forces now with Force of Negation, Force of Will, that... the downsides are not that high of having a dig. You can just throw it away and pitch it a force. If anything, that would be the thing I would be the most concerned about, would be Doomsday playing a bunch of extra digs, maybe. Probe. Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of think playing Ponder and Preordain is doing something special to feed them. But yeah, maybe you could play some extra cruises in Lurrus. I don't know. I don't feel like the blue-black Lurrus deck like draws enough cards for that to be good, but maybe I'm wrong. I feel like they always have problems drawing cards. That's a really good draw here. They don't know anything about that, so if they were going to force back here, it would be nuts. I'm turning off their top. Probably eating the land out of their yard regardless. Not sure. All right, the Oof already looking better than previous. Though we did see a braid, right? Oh, yep. How are you going to cast Gifts Ungiven and stock up if I have a Collector Roof, huh? I'm going to leave the land in the yard. Wasteland? Don't mind if I do. Now I'm a bug gamer, drawing all the right spells at all the right times. All right, get in there. Yes, yes. Simply cut all the fun cards you added to the deck and play Bug Lurrus. I mean, I have said that I think Bug Lurrus is underplayed. And I still think that's a true statement. I probably should have ate the probe. It's fine though. Gush. I'm missing my land drop. Like that. Like that a lot. This deck is functioning, man. Let's go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Just as we drew it up. Wow. This has kind of been a clinical beatdown, huh? What are they going to do about this? Not much. Blue? Oh, Lorien revealed. Yeah, that's pretty good. Get a land. 4 cards in hand. Got a volcanic island, and then they're not going to play the volcanic island. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, now they're going to play the volcanic island. I will still eat. If they have the abrade, it's not that big a deal. We have 2 oofs now. You run into some blue count problems, I think, if you do that, CRK. I believe there's some blue count issues if you do that, but I'd have to check again. Normally, you can't run, like, a bajillion oofs and bowmasters and stuff. That's one of the problems the Lurrus Deathrite Shaman deck actually has. I mean, this is lethal if it resolves, so we should probably cast it. Blasting. Pierce your Pyroblast. As God intended. Boom! 2-3. Okay. I think this wasn't too bad. There was definitely a significant amount of pilot error. And I do think some of our opponents ran real good against us, which made matches that were very, very rough. But actually, against this set of decks, I really don't feel that our deck was poorly positioned, except mono white. I don't feel like I respected mono white enough in deck building here, which probably was a mistake considering it's got some fresh new cards. But when you I guess no oofs in the main does make you a lot worse against the 2 artifact combo decks, right? So we could definitely respect those decks a little bit more with some changes. And then Breach should be like pretty reasonable against us because Pyroblast is quite good. But in general, like if we're playing a blue matchup, we should outdraw and outcounter our opponent, I would think. This is like a very super greedy blue control deck that should be winning those blue control mirrors. That being said, I think we probably went a little too in on this stuff. Let's see. If we were at 12, 14, 16, 17, 21, 24. If we were to cut some, I mean, maybe the answer is you cut some frogs, right? Maybe like you cut 2 frogs and you place 2 oofs, and maybe that's okay. The frogs were pretty underwhelming, except for the one match we played against the mono white initiative player. I mean, they weren't bad, but like sometimes it was hard to cast, and they eat up a whole turn here where we're normally casting Beanstalk if we can help it. Beanstalk draws a card right away and turns our force on. You might be right though. Maybe we have too many frogs in the deck. Somehow I feel like that's probably not true, but it is something to consider. The bargains actually were totally fine when we got the opportunities to put them onto the stack. It is obviously hard to put it onto the stack considering how fast the format is and the mana requirements, but the Deathrite Shaman bug mana base is probably the only deck that really can get away with casting this card, because I don't feel like you want to cast it for, you know, green, blue, or black, blue mana crypt or whatever. But maybe if you play a full Moxen, you'll have Jet, Sapphire, and Emerald enough of the time where you could get away with it. Somehow I feel like that's not true, but maybe worth experimenting. Obviously, casting at instant speed and letting yourself hold open mysticals and spell pierces and disputes is obviously an upside, especially with you have, you know, your typical Lurrus package here of 1 mana interaction plus 2 mana Bowmaster interaction. You're holding up, you know, you're holding up a significant portion of your deck. That's another reason I think it's possible that these frogs are not as good as I had hoped they would be. Just because it doesn't vibe as much with our flash-based scenarios here. I don't know. Lots of things to consider. I do feel that there's something, you know, there's some power here. I actually have always felt like the Beanstalk Lurrus decks are something that could have been made, and having a draw spell that triggers, like, one of the biggest problems with the Beanstalk Lurrus decks, because we have tried building Beanstalk Lurrus decks in the past, was that all you really were triggering off of was counter magic. But having access to a draw spell for 3 mana that triggers the Beanstalk is really sweet. If you resolve one of these and with a Beanstalk trigger, I would assume you would win the games most of the time, right? So the idea is finding like the best shell around it. I do still believe that Lurrus should be better than playing non-Lurrus. If you play non-Lurrus, you can play some Murktide Regents or some whales. I don't know what they're called. The big whales that get spells back. You can play some whales instead of frogs, maybe. I do still believe that you want to have Bowmaster because Lurrus Control is the best deck in the format. And they play 4 Bowmasters, and your Beanstalk deck really, really, really does not want to get Bowmastered. Ethereal Forger, that's the one. But we also are probably in an environment where there's so much artifact combo that you can't leave oofs out of the main. So there's lots of things going on. One of the things we talked about with chat and while we were brewing this deck is maybe you wanted to be a Yorion deck. We weren't doing the Lurrus thing a lot of the time. So there's a possibility here that you can turn these frogs into Murktide Regents, play Yorion, get the full set of oofs and Bowmasters, and maybe there's something there. That's fair. That's fair. The whale and non-Lurrus is very good when Bant because you have swords, but I don't think you can play Bant in this deck because I think you need Bug to cast Bargain. This deck does also need better and more removal, so it's really hard to fit all the things you really want to be doing here. So maybe the answer is like trim some frogs, play some oofs, play some removal, trim some bargains. I don't know. Maybe the answer is go up to Yorion. Maybe the answer is, I don't know. Lots of things to think about. I probably won't do too much more brewing with this deck. It's not normally my style of deck, but it is an interesting one that I thought I would share with you, the people. So if you are a control wizard, get out there and put up some results with the Beanstalk and tell me how it goes. More vintage videos on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.